This Anthony Edwards build gets legend shooting badges, legend lightning launch, Hall of Fame playmaking badges, and legend posterizer with elite defense and elite physicals. So you want to dunk on everybody, shoot from the half court, and be able to take ankles, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to make my Anthony Edwards build in NBA 2K26 with the best animations and best jump shots in the game to help maximize this build and its playstyle. I'll also be going over the cap breakers and build specialization to use to make this build as good as possible. Alright, to get started with the build, you want to, obviously start making a build. Name doesn't matter, handedness doesn't matter, jersey number doesn't matter, that's all personal preference. Position, you could either make this at point guard or shooting guard. I chose shooting guard. You'll see why a little later into the video when we get to the pass accuracy, but I'm gonna just make it a shooting guard. Height 6'5", minimum wingspan. You could adjust the strength to get to an 85 if you'd like to use future cap breakers down the line. That's up to you, but strength really doesn't matter too much, or weight doesn't really matter too much in this build. You want to continue. Right away, you just want to bump your driving dunk up to a 93, which is the max. Anthony B dunking and stuff. You also want to simultaneously bump your vert up to an 80, so you get gold posterizer and the pro contacts off 1. You also then want to just go ahead and bump your 3 up to a 94. 94 is a pretty good margin, pretty good threshold, but the fun thing with the 94 is you could cap break this to a 99 pretty easily. You get 4 cap breakers almost within the first week of you playing the game, first 2 weeks at least, and you could get it to a 98 right away, and then you get a 99 after a little bit of grinding. So in my opinion, a 99.3 seems like a pretty fun margin to hit. Ball handle, I'm just bumping this to an 89. And the reason why we're trying to get to an 89 and not like the 90, you can see a 90 gives you gold handles for days, is because I plan on specializing in playmaking, getting a +2 in ball handle, and then also when I get my starter 3, I believe cap breakers, you get another +3 which you could throw on this to get a 94 ball handle, which gives you basically every playmaking badge on or every dribbling badge on Hall of Fame. And you're gonna have Hall of Fame handles, Hall of Fame or gold unpluckable, Hall of Fame ankle assassin, all that stuff. And you also can +2 your speed whip ball, so you just want to bump this up to an 86. And you could get legend lightning launch, which is actually an amazing badge from the test done with 2K lads. It's really worth it, especially when you have the 89 ball handle, which will eventually be a 94, and legend lightning launch. Pass act, just leave this for now. You just want to bump it up to 71. This is where it kind of differentiates between point guard and shooting guard. If you're a point guard, I would definitely recommend putting your pass accuracy up to a 76, so you could get silver versatile visionary, but I'm planning on playing shooting guard. I have ran point guard with this and it actually feels pretty fine, to be honest, but I'm going to show you a couple attributes which you could tone down to help hit this threshold. And you want to just go back to your finishing quickly. You just want to bump your standing dunk up to a 40. A 40 is just a minimum threshold you want to hit to just, be able to dunk when you're standing and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Perimeter defense, you want to get this to an 85. This gives you silver challenger, it gives you silver on-ball menace. You're just not seeing it yet because we don't have our agility up, but we will have silver on-ball menace. You want to also get your steal up to a 73. This gives you silver interceptor. I know steals haven't been great this 2K, but I've been able to get a couple of lane steals with the 73. I think it's a pretty decent threshold to hit. Then onto your physicals, just bump your agility up to a 76, and you could leave your strength, you could upgrade it now. And this is where everything comes in. Sorry, agility to a 77. This is where how you particularly want to play comes in. Me, I just bumped my layup to a 78 because I had a couple extra attributes, right? Now, you could use these 4 attributes to get your pass up to a 76, I believe it was. I tried, or a 80 or something like that. Or you could get your ball handle to a 90 if you want gold handles for days immediately. I just chose to get my driving layup up to a 78 so I could, hit them floaters and stuff that have been pretty good looking this 2K. I've actually found myself not doing it as much, so I wouldn't recommend putting the layup up. I'm just showing you how I made the build. And then you could put the rest on your free throw. You could bump your pass sack up 1, but I just put the rest on my free throw, and 1 more on your block. and that's basically your Anthony Edwards build right here. You're gonna see it, you have direct comparison to Anthony Edwards and Donovan Mitchell. You are a two-way three-point slasher, no big weaknesses to report. You know, it seems like a pretty fire build, right? Alright, and as far as cap breakers go, you can see I still don't have my playmaking specialization done, but immediately I'll be +2ing my ball handle, and I'm still waiting on one more cap breaker to get my 3 to 199 so I can have every single legend shooting badge in the game. And once I get more cap breakers down the line, another 3 from the starter 3 I believe it is, I'll have a 94 ball handle, 99 3, 93 driving dunk, which is pretty busted. I'm just going to show you what I'm using my +2s on and +1s on for now. So you can see I have gold handles for day because I am running primary point guard with this build majority of the time, but you could, you know, throw this on anything. You could get Hall of Fame Posterizer if you want, gold unpluckable, but I've just been dribbling a little bit more than I typically would. But if not for that, I probably would have this on Posterizer, like Shifty Shooter, because I do shoot a couple faded threes and stuff. This one's just, you know, some bullshit. I have it on a float game. I don't really float the ball too much. You can put this on anything, to be honest. Nothing really worth it, super worth it here. Maybe layup mixmaster if you want. I have my other +2s. I have Legend Lightning Launch. Man, this feels amazing. It feels really good. You're moving quick, you're bursting, everything. It feels great. And you also have Hall of Fame Diamond. I just threw a +2 on here because, like I said, I've been running primary point on this build. Nothing too crazy, nothing too exciting, nothing too flashy. And eventually, when I get my max +2s and max +1s, this is gonna go on Posterizer. So I get Legend Posterizer, Legend Shooting, Legend Lightning Launch, and then Hall of Fame Playmaking, basically. And I could max +1 my handles for days to Legend, and then I could max +1 my unpluckable to Hall of Fame, which is pretty insane. And I'm just gonna go over the animations really quickly. Free throw doesn't really matter. Go to shot feed, Makai Luke, Pro 2 dribble pull up, Zach LaVine hop jumper's been pretty good. And then you can take a look at the layup animations. The main one is Bam Adebayo floater, but I don't really use that too much now. And then as for dribbling, you have Zach LaVine dribble style, Tracy McGrady signature size up, D-Book breakdown combos from last year. It's still really good. You have a choice between Jimmy Butler, Shea Gill, SGA, Kobe Bryant, but I've been liking Jimmy Butler a little bit more than Kobe. Zach LaVine combo, Josh Giddey crossover, Kobe White behind the back, or Scottie Pippen. It's preference based. Kobe White's just a bit more explosive. Kobe spin, I don't really use this. KD Hezzy's been pretty fun. Vince Carter step back, and then triple threat style. Doesn't really matter. Now quickly, let me show you the jump shot. You can see the jump shot is Ray Allen, Baluba, Rudy Gay, right in between push and release, because it is a relatively fast jump shot. But if you put it on release, your fades get pretty slow, which I don't like, so I put it in between. Max speed 50-50. And quickly, the dunk styles right here. You can see nothing too special. And yeah, that's it for the animations. And that's it for the build. I really hope you guys enjoyed and you guys give this build a shot. It's a really fun build to play on, able to shoot from anywhere, dunk on people, take ankles, and play great defense. And it's a super good build, and in my opinion, it's probably one of the best shooting guard builds in 2K26. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have another recommendation or something you do to improve this build, please let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in another one.